just want to go through a quick review of parts of a circle. This is stuff you have seen before, we have talked about before, but this will just be a quick reminder before we jump into areas of circles. So if we remember correctly, the distance all the way around our circle, this piece right here, is called the circumference. That is the length or distance around the outside of our circle. That's our circumference. And then if we take into account, we have our center, you can have R, and you can also have D. There we go, a little bit better. So the entire length of this is D. So if you remember, R stands for radius, and that's the distance from center to side, and then you have your diameter, which is the width of your circle. So keep all of that in mind. I'm going to do a little coloring because it's fun. This is our diameter, and this is our radius. Now, we've already talked about circumference of a circle before, but just a reminder, you can find this one of two ways. You can use your radius, and you can say 2 pi r, or you can use your diameter and say c is equal to d pi. Either way, doesn't matter to me, completely up to you. So if I have a circle and I'm given the circumference, I should always be able to find the radius. So if we take our circumference, it's 100 pi, and I'm trying to find my radius, so I'm going to set this equal to c equals 2 pi r in order to isolate my radius. So I'm going to take 100 pi equals 2 pi r, and then divide by 2 and pi at the same time. Those pi's are going to cancel out on both sides. On the right-hand side, the 2's will cancel out. And on the left-hand side, 100 divided by 2 is going to give me a final answer of 50 for my radius. So we need to look at, what about the area of a circle? Some may remember this, some might not. For area of a circle, you need your radius. And area is equal to pi r squared. So you need to keep circumference and area straight of each other. They are different, just slightly. You don't use diameter here, you use radius, and you're squaring it instead of multiplying by 2. So if I look at my first example here, it says, what is the radius? Well, I look at it and I see that my diameter is 10. So if my diameter is 10, my radius has to be 5 centimeters. These are two congruent sides. So for my circumference, in terms of pi, so remember you can do either d pi or 2 pi r. So circumference is 10 pi centimeters. And then for the area, we take pi r squared. So area is equal to pi 5 squared. 5 squared is 25, so my answer is 25 pi centimeters squared. Remember, your unit of measure for area is always squared. Always squared. Then I look at a word problem. It's okay, guys, we got this. It says the area of a circle is 49 pi centimeters squared. Find the diameter. So the area of a circle, remember, is 2 pi r squared. So I'm going to set 49 pi equal to this to isolate r. I divide both sides by pi. And that is going to cancel the pi's out. Oop, wrong direction. There we go. And then r squared is equal to 49. And the square root of r is going to be 7. So for diameter, I just double that and we get 4 centimeters.